Hi everybody, this is Harrison and Nabian here. This is All Sports Talk, and today we're talking football. Hi Nabian, how you feeling?
Hi Harrison, how's it going? How you doing, guys? Hope everyone's well. So we are going to start with football for the first one. I think we're going to be starting with the top four race. So it's been quite an interesting one so far, the top four race.
Yeah, the top four race is really spiking up at the moment, and it's looking like it's going to go down to the wire to that last game, Leicester and United. And there's an interesting match with Chelsea and Liverpool, obviously, to come.
Yeah, definitely.
Just before that.
The upcoming matches are going to be interesting. But first, let's just have a look at how the performances have been, Harrison. Firstly, you saw Man United last night. They managed to get a win, which they badly needed because Leicester and Chelsea won their respective matches. How did you find the Man United's performance?
Well, I'm pleased. It was a crucial victory, a crucial win. And coming off that devastating draw with Southampton as well, last minute equaliser, which you know how I felt about that one.
Yeah. So that video.
This definitely was an important 3 points. I don't think we were at our best as a team. I think we were a little bit lacking in confidence in some areas sometimes. But the most important thing is they got the 3 points and they're putting that pressure on Leicester and Chelsea. And the up front boys, Martial and Rashford, they're just something else, aren't they? They're special. What talent.
Martial has been quite impressive for them since the lockdown. It's been really good.
Yeah.
I guess it wasn't about the performance really. It was about the 3 points, and Man United did manage to get them. It was all about keeping their top four hopes alive. So. And Harrison, what do you think about the VAR decisions? There were a couple of contentious decisions in there.
Yeah, I mean, look, they were tight calls, and I think the challenge that Lindelof makes on the Crystal Palace striker, I forget the name. Is it Ayew or was it Zaha? One of the two guys. The challenge that he makes on him, he gets the ball but then takes the man right after. And according to the letter of the law, that should be a penalty because it clatters onto him. But I would feel hard done by as a Man United fan getting that penalty given to Crystal Palace. But you'd feel hard done by not getting the penalty for Crystal Palace as well.
Because straight after that, you saw what happened on the other end of the pitch. Rashford goes and scores.
Yeah. So VAR is having lots of teething problems, I think. But one thing that I don't buy is this thing about the offside that they tried on Match of the Day. They tried to make a debate out of it, like, it's becoming silly to have it either on or off. Well, an offside for me should be it's either onside or offside, and if the measurement can be precise, then that's fine.
Yeah, but the issue is
doesn't matter if it's just
I understand, but the issue is. Have they zoomed in far more than what we saw on the picture? Because from the pictures that we saw on while watching the match live, it wasn't conclusive enough.
No, it was.
Was there a toe out?
No, it was. The pictures that we saw on the live game, it was conclusive. They zoomed in. They created the line. They created the little triangle for where Wan-Bissaka's foot was. Wan-Bissaka's foot was.
So was his toe out then?
I used toe was maybe an inch. Ahead of Wan-Bissaka's toe. So for me, that's an offside. I don't know. Offside, you're either offside or not. It's not an interpretation thing, is it?
No, definitely. And that's why there needs to be a consistency with VAR decisions. Right now, there's a lot of decisions that go one way or another, depends on the interpretation.
Yeah.
Why don't they? We've always been used to the interpretation of the ref. I don't understand why they don't just let the ref go and have a look, and then the ref can make the interpretation. If the ref decides, no, I'll keep my original decision or I'll change my decision, fine. It's always been that way.
Yeah.
Why is there someone who tells the ref that penalty that you've just given is not a penalty? Or this call that you've made is wrong? Go and have a look. Big calls, the ref has to go and look.
I'm with that. Otherwise, then the ref is becoming negligible in the game.
It becomes second choice in major decisions. He needs to be the main authority in the match, and that's the whole problem. And the thing is, it does get used. VAR does get used like that in other leagues, or in the World Cup it got used like that, and in other competitions, in Champions League. The Premier League, they just refuse it. I don't know. Is there a policy for it? Maybe the Premier League doesn't do it because they want to keep the pace faster or something like that?
Something's telling me that it might be down to the criticism going to VAR rather than the referee. Because if the referee still goes and makes that decision about Lindelof fouling Ayew or Zaha, I don't remember who it was now. If he makes a decision still not to give a penalty, the ref is then going to get the blame because there's still going to be an opinion on it.
I know,
isn't
but
there?
still,
maybe they're trying to protect the refs. That's the only thing I can think of.
But at the end of the day, we are saying VAR needs to be assisting the ref. So at the end of the day, the ref needs to be the one that makes it.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
Anyway,
I agree.
We'll put this one to bed for now.
We'll put this one out there to you guys. What do you think? Write in the comments. What do you think? Is VAR working? Is VAR not working? In the Man United and Crystal Palace match, for example, should that have been a penalty or not? Let's hear your comments.
Yeah, let's. I'm curious to see some of those comments.
Anyway, so there was another thing I wanted to discuss, or we had on the agenda to discuss today, is ratings. So this idea, we want to go through a game week in the Premier League and we want to give a rating to the top 6 teams and see how well they've done. So the big clubs, Liverpool, Man United, Man City, Chelsea, Tottenham, Arsenal, we want to rate them on their performance throughout the game week. So what do we think about Liverpool and Arsenal this week?
Okay, that was an interesting match. Liverpool versus Arsenal, or Arsenal versus Liverpool. On paper, when you look at the statistics, it should have been an easy Liverpool win. Possession, shots, corners, everything was in Liverpool's favour. How Arsenal won, I did catch.
Classic smash and grab.
Well, the thing is, Arsenal don't usually do that. Arsenal are usually the sort of the people that suffer that type of performance against other teams.
They get sucker punched.
Yeah, they get sucker punched themselves. Yeah. So they did what they normally don't do. I guess I'm kind of happy they did, because that means Liverpool doesn't get the 100 points, and I don't want so many teams going to that 100 points.
Especially
club.
those.
I'm not a Man City fan, but I just don't want another team to go there to 100 points.
And also to give those insufferable Liverpool fans even more nonsense to talk about.
That's right, Rima. So Liverpool performance, they were all over the shop defensively, actually. Their
75 million pound defender and their 70 million pound goalkeeper making mistakes.
I mean, they are rock solid normally. If someone were to offer them to your team, would you snap them up immediately?
Well, of course.
They just had an off day, 2 mistakes, and that's what cost them. I guess we'll give them a pass. I guess Liverpool they've now switched off. Yeah,
they've won the league. They're switched off. They're on holiday mode.
They're
playing for the sake of playing.
Let's just hope they keep that motivation low against Chelsea as well, which they face.
Come on, Liverpool. We're waiting on you to beat Chelsea. Actually, I wouldn't mind them beating Chelsea.
In terms of ratings, okay, so I'm going to give Liverpool... So we're going to do this where we give them a mark out of 10 every week. So we're going to always only going to be doing the top 6. So I'm going to give Liverpool... I'll give them a 6 because they had it, but they dropped the ball. And I'll give Arsenal a 7. Even though their performance wasn't there, but they won.
It's more the character of winning.
Character, yeah. So I'll give them a 7. Yeah. Had they won a little with more quality... Yeah. Definitely higher than that.
I'm quite similar. I'll give Liverpool a 5 because as champions you should be getting done like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd give Arsenal a 7 as well. Smash and grab. It was a difficult match for them, but they got the points in the end. They got the 3 points and they managed to win the game.
That's right.
All right. So what do we think about the City game?
Who did they play again? Remind me who
City played. Hang on, I completely forgot who City played.
Right, so Man City won against who?
Bournemouth. Yeah, it was a good match actually. Bournemouth played really well.
Yeah, Bournemouth nearly. I think Bournemouth it was 2-0 and then they went 2-1.
Yeah, they had their chances. Yeah. They had their chances, and if I remember correctly, was there VAR calls in that match or? Don't remember, but I do know that there was a lot of chances, and in the last few minutes of the game, it was 2-1, and Bournemouth was piling the pressure, and they were really going for it, and they nearly got the goal in the end. But
what would you rate? What would you give?
I'd give City an average 6 because they got the win at the end of the day. It was an average day for them. They got the win.
Yeah.
But they didn't perform great. But Bournemouth did perform great. So I'd give Bournemouth probably, even though they lost, I'd give Bournemouth a 7 because it's a tough team to come up against Man City, isn't it?
I'll give on my side. I'll give City a 7 because they won and they don't have much motivation at the moment. They can't win the league. They can't be third either. They've secured second. So for them to go and win that match was just purely down to their character, just wanting to get the 3 points just purely for themselves. So I'll give them a 7 or even 7.5. I'll go 7.5 purely for the motivation. Bournemouth, I'll give him a 7 for the good effort.
Fair enough. I just realised I rated Bournemouth higher than I rated Man City. I gave City a 6, and then Bournemouth a 7. But my logic is because
of the qualities.
It's not what's expected of Bournemouth to go out there and do that to City, even though they didn't win. But yeah.
Okay. So next, who can we go before we go to Chelsea? Or shall we go to Chelsea now?
Let's go Chelsea. Yeah, we didn't talk much about Chelsea. I mean, you're a Chelsea fan. Watching that 1-0 performance against Norwich, what did you make of it? They bounced back from a poor game against who was it that they lost 3-0
Sheffield United.
Sheffield United, yeah.
Well, looking at the game, right at the end, once the final whistle went, it was a typical thank God for the 3 points and let's move on, because it wasn't about the performance at all. The performance was not there. It just was not there. They weren't clicking. They were not at their races. Giroud, to be fair to him, he missed a lot of chances. So there were some chances created, but they were not clicking. It looked like they're a team now that they just want to finish.
It was a bit similar to the United match in ways where they just needed the 3 points and get out of there, basically against Palace.
They did get the 3 points, but they were playing against Norwich, who was the bottom of the league. So for that, I can't give them higher than a 6.5.
6.5.
Cannot give them higher than 6.5. The performance was not there at all. The 3 points were there, but then they had Norwich, so 6.5.
Norwich.
5.5.
Yeah, okay. So I would agree with that as well. Man United and Crystal Palace, we didn't rate them.
Okay, so Man United, I would say a 7.5. I'll go with 7.5.
Yeah, I think just because of the performance of Rashford and Martial, I would go for a 7.5 as well. Bruno had a mixed game, but the thing I like about Bruno, whether he's on or off, every game he's having impact. He's having impact on the score, on the game as a whole. So yeah, I'd go for 7.5. Crystal Palace, they didn't really bring much. They had some moments on the counter-attack. They were well organised. I'll give them a 6.5, 6 or 6.5.
Yeah, Crystal Palace for me, I'd give them a 6.
They look like they've checked out already.
Yeah, same thing.
Cool. Well, I mean, that's the Premier League. One other thing I wanted to discuss, recent news happened yesterday. Real Madrid clinched their 34th league title, 34 league titles. That's crazy, isn't it?
La Liga champions.
The
magic of Zizou, Zinedine Zidane, what is it with him and Real Madrid? Every time he takes them over, he wins something with them.
I mean, the thing is, he first time he took over Real Madrid, was it after Benitez, right?
Yes.
I think Benitez was manager of Madrid.
That's
Madrid
right,
was struggling. There was no confidence there, no form whatsoever. He takes them on, first year, straight away, win the Champions League. Everyone says, oh, it's just a lucky thing, Ronaldo. Then they go and win it again. Then they go win it again.
3 Champions League. Second year, they won the league as well. So this one is his second league with Real. So he's got 2 leagues, 3 Champions Leagues, and he's still technically in the Champions League.
Yeah.
So
and again, he leaves. They struggle. He comes back.
Yeah.
They revitalize. He's looking like a special manager, Zinedine Zidane. He was a special player, but he's looking
look at his CV already. 2 leagues, 3 Champions Leagues. No, that's a CV to. Yeah, that's a legendary CV already.
Some people make this argument that if you have a top team, it's easy for you to get top results. But then we've seen many managers go into top teams and not have
it's not that easy.
League winning seasons or title winning seasons. Zinedine Zidane has come in to Madrid and he's won titles. You've had top managers go to Man United and not won titles. So it's not just about the big club. It's also, I think, because that criticism is also leveled at Pep Guardiola sometimes, I think.
Oh, they always get
he's had big clubs, but it's not easy, and you have that job for a reason.
That's right, but he improves those big clubs as well. So they the way Man City play now, it's got Pep Guardiola written all over it.
Anyway, let us know in your comments what do you think about the Premier League performance this week. Tell us what you would give Man United. Tell us what you would give Chelsea, Liverpool, Tottenham. We didn't talk about Tottenham.
Tottenham very quickly, yeah.
Very quickly, Tottenham.
I didn't actually see it. 3-1 sounds like a excellent scoreline. 3-1 away. So I'll go with not seeing the match. I'm gonna go and give them an 8. I'm gonna put them highest.
I just watched the highlights on match of the day. I didn't watch the whole game. They looked good. The goals that they scored looked
two
typical Mourinho goals. Yeah. So I'd give them going away and winning at Newcastle, who's been good this season. Going away winning 3-1. I'd give them a solid 8 as well for that. Newcastle didn't watch the match, so I'd give them a 5.5.
Yeah, having not watched the match, I'll go with that as well.
Let's hear your ratings, guys. Let's see what you would give Tottenham, what you'd give Arsenal, Liverpool, all of these big teams. Tell us as well your opinions on Zizou. Is he the magic man on the football pitch as well as on the dugout? And give us your opinions on the top 4. Do you think Man United's going to edge into the top 4? Do you think Leicester and Chelsea will hold Manchester United out?
Chelsea will hold it. You and Leicester, you guys can sort it out between yourselves.
Final thing before we go as well, we are going to be making another video on the FA Cup match between Manchester United and Chelsea. We're going to do our little preview of that. We're also going to be talking about the upcoming matches in the Premier League. That's going to be in a separate video to this, but keep watching. Like, subscribe, share, and make sure you hit us up in the comments. Just share your opinion.
And thank you, guys. Thank you for listening, and we will be back again with the next video, as Harrison said, with the Man United Chelsea preview of the FA Cup semi.
Okay, let's talk football.
Bye.